Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at 2 Samuel chapters 22 through 24 and finish the book out. And then we're also going to pair that with Psalm chapter 57, because this psalm pairs perfectly with the end of 2 Samuel. Let's take a look at 2 Samuel chapter 22. David breaks into a powerful song of praise as he begins the ending of this book, celebrating how God rescued him from his enemies, especially from Saul. This chapter mirrors Psalm 18, almost word for word in some places. David calls God his rock, his fortress, his deliverer, and marvels at how God hears his cry and thunders from heaven on his behalf. God's strength equips David for battle and gives him victory. The whole song is a poetic reflection on God's faithfulness, justice, and unfailing love. This isn't just about military triumph, though. It's a deeply personal thing. David is looking back over a life of wild ups and downs and saying, God carried me through it all. And we know that he does the same for you and me. 2 Samuel 23 is David's last official words from this time would be a poetic declaration, affirming his role as a king chosen by God and a voice of justice. He emphasizes ruling in the fear of God, something he's learned the hard way. Then we get a roll call of David's mighty men, the loyal warriors who helped establish his kingdom, from legacy feats, the killing of 800 men in one battle, to selfless loyalty, like fetching water for David at great risk for themselves. These stories highlight the kind of devotion and courage that marked David's reign. Then as we close the book, the final chapter, it feels kind of strange. David decides to take a census of Israel, and it deeply displeases God. The issue wasn't counting the people, but David's pride and self-reliance, trusting in numbers over God. After the census, David realizes his sin and repents. God gives David 3 options for judgment. He chooses to fall into God's hands, trusting his mercy. A devastating plague strikes, but when David offers a costly sacrifice, God stops the judgment. David insists on paying for the altar site, saying, I will not offer burnt offerings to the Lord my God that cost me nothing. And then as we jump into 57, we see that David is writing another song. He's trapped, he's surrounded, he's uncertain, and yet he's confident in God's protection. He repeats a key image throughout this psalm. In the shadow of your wings, I will take refuge until the storms of destruction pass by. This psalm teaches us that worship isn't just for peaceful times. It's our weapon in the middle of fear. David declares God's glory even when hiding in the dark. That's it for today, people friends.